Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Technomancer with your host, Nighthawk. I'm just going to take a little bit of a tour on some of the stuff I've been working on here. I actually got a lot of the roads pretty much finished up. I'm not entirely happy with this transition quite yet, and I think it needs a little work on spots where the road is kind of above grade, if you will. But it actually has all of the nether brick in place all the way around, and it's looking pretty good here. And yeah, that's the main thing I've been working on, is actually getting the road put together. I added some nether brick fence as kind of the window type setup on the front here. Not entirely decided if I like that, but it'll do for the moment. Now, in the door. Let's take a quick nap and make it daytime here. For this episode, I think what we are going to do is start working on some little expansions to this area to start turning it into having more of an operational village feel. And I think the first thing we're going to do in that regard... Oh, I also changed how this came up to the tree, so it came up to the tree centered. Kind of makes this intersection a little lopsided, but that's okay. I think that looks better than having it lopsided into the tree. So, the first thing we're going to make, I think... Let's come out here. We're going to start with a fishing dock, because that seems like something that you would see in a village like this. So first, let's attempt to build out a road here. We'll just start with another brick here. Man, I'm just having all sorts of problems here. I cannot place blocks for anything today. So, kind of the idea here is that's not what was supposed to happen there. Wow. Let's dig holes and place blocks where we don't want them. There we go. So yeah, the longer term idea I want to go with here is to start building out this area as a more operational village. Maybe have some shops. I think the manufacturing is still going to be in the walls or in the hills there, but some of the other aspects of the village might be outside in other different buildings. And maybe we'll even make use of the forestry mailboxes and things to kind of add a little bit of a touch to the world. Now we've got ice to deal with here. And apparently we have a skeleton to deal with, too. Let's actually pull this back a little ways. And what I think we'll end up with here, wow, is another hole that we didn't want. Let's go ahead and put our wood for the side of the roads here. And then what we'll do is probably build a bit of a ramp upwards. I hear lava. Oh, I know where the lava is. The lava is in the cauldron that is up in the tree. Yes, just trying to bust the weeds, we cause major problems here. There we go. Don't want that. let's see, where was I? So we'll build a little bit of a ramp up, and then we'll use the logs to kind of build our support struts. And this is going to be an interesting little test to see how well I can manage to build and talk at the same time. I don't do a whole lot of building, so I don't get a lot of practice at that. So, since this is kind of going to be the fishing area, I think we're going to transition this to be stairs here. And let's get some... Let's see, we want to... Of course, we can't... Whoa! We can't really stray away from the even numbers at this point. So let's go and build up a couple of supports. That was too high. Did I get that back? Don't know if I got that back. Oh well. Okay, let's... There we go. So I think we don't really need to be too high here. We just want to be above... We don't want to have the bottom of our fishing or boat platform, whatever we end up doing with it, because we could actually have this be kind of a dock. We have a bit of a cove, little bay here that leads off to a river, so this could be a spot where you'd have boats come in to dock. I think we want to go up one more block here, just to make sure that this is above any tides that may or may not happen. And then, from there, and I may need to move, I think these might need to move forward one block too. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, I think I need these maybe right here. There we go. And we're going to put... We're going to take blocks all the way around there. Take this back down to the ground. Because that's... Let's take those up one more. That's kind of how you would see... You'd typically see a dock like that. The path going up, maybe not quite so much, but I think that's going to do what we want. Now, I do have fences here. And I think if we come off... that could work. That could work. Yeah, I like that. Gotta give the safety rails as you're coming up onto the dock here. Don't want people falling in and drowning or anything like that. Let's build this out here. Figure out how far we need to go out before we actually get into water. And we want this to go out far enough to get into some deep water. Boats would have to dock on this side to avoid the ice. Or we need to take the... Actually, we probably should just take this spot here down. Let's get our dock a little bit further out here. And maybe what we do is we'll take this little island out, and the smaller boats would come around this side and would have a little ramp that would go down to a lower area, and this would be for the bigger ships that might come through, because they need more direct access out to the deep ocean waters. I think that's going to be our length. And we might do something, we might see if we can come up with a way of making some of the, using maybe a couple different colors later on to make some of this look like it's been distressed a little bit, like it, since it's been out in the weather, maybe it's worn. I don't know if maybe we put some darker wood in, it might give us a little bit of that effect. Okay, now what we need is, obviously that's going to be there. It's starting to get dark. Oops. We would have something right about here. We're going to go all the way down. Because these would not be suspended above the water, or above the bottom of the water at any point. They have to go all the way to the bottom. And these ones might be a little bit deeper. Wow, there is like no stone. And we are going to end up drowning in the process here. But that's okay, we've got enough armor to avoid taking too much here. Hopefully I put that in the right place. Nope, one block off. All of my obsession with digging down so that it was not... Oh, there we go. There's stone right away. Sorry, this is a little bit dark, but that's what you get when you go underwater. I should actually put night vision on the helmet. That would help for things like this. Oops. Chook. We're not going to worry about taking that all the way down, just because. Now we do need more supports than that. I think this would be about the right place. Bring this up like so. And let's see. Perfect. Okay, let's go and finish building these pylons, and then we'll finish adding the rest of that railing. See, this end here is more fixed, so it doesn't need to actually have that extra height as much. Let's get a little bit of light on the situation here. Go. And we may eventually also build a bridge out to that village over there too. I haven't decided. It looked just kind of occurred to me that that would be an interesting project to build a nice looking bridge out there. Okay, so there's the main structure. We just need to finish filling out these blocks, and then we need to put, see if we can come up with a few little detailed touches to make this a little bit more interesting than just a massive wooden structure here. Won't be building... I do want to eventually build some boats out here, but that'll take a while to come up with a design and actually build something a little bit larger scale project than I typically work on. But we need some nice things around here. There we go. Now we just need some fences. It seems to me that if we have a big ship parked here, it's going to have some section of railing that's going to be open for people to get on and off that ship. And let's also... We're going to leave the end here with no railing. This side gets railing all the way down because at this point there is no lower section of the dock for smaller boats to dock at. There we go. Get a little bit of light out here. There we go. We now have a basic fishing pier. Now what we need is some details. And I'm thinking that... Let's see, we might have something like... No, not like that. That's not going to do. Could be this. And let's see. Make our tabletop. Little cozy dining spot for people. Maybe people play some cards while they're take a break from their fishing. What I'd like to do is some sort of a barrel. I know I could do these barrels, but that's... I guess I could actually make these kind of barrels. That would be fine. Let's make some planks. And let me guess, it was... What am I doing? Oh, it's only one plank. I knew that. Okay, so we got some barrels here. We need some fish. Or... Nah, that looks weird. Is there anything that might look like a net? I don't know, we'll have to look for some stuff like that. it could make sense to have... Although I was thinking more along the lines of not so much storage of bulk items as just the... These are the things that, you know, in small quantities that you'd have laying around out here. And I think if I wanted that... I think I really just want these for fish and kind of the ambiance of... I wanted that to be a barrel. There we go. So, kind of a little bit of basic stuff. Let me know what you guys think of some ideas for some other decoration out here. Obviously, you know, real big decoration would be, you know, a big ship of some kind, but that will take a while. In the meantime, I'm going to dig out... Just go crazy digging out some of the dirt here. And then we should be able to break that, all that ice and have it stay water at that point. So this should give us... Whoa! And we may actually want to dig this out even deeper later on, just to kind of have it make a little bit more sense for any large ship that we have docked here. Because obviously any big ship would not be able to handle having the shallow water. There we go, looking pretty good. Let's collect some of these blocks. Because why not? If we can get to them. Glitchy. Okay, now, if we just take some torches... No. That's gonna take a while. Let's see if I put a torch or a block there, that should cause a bunch of that ice to melt. I'm not sure how far it will melt, but it should melt a bunch of it anyway. And I'll probably have to come back through here with some buckets to fix a bunch of this water. Because like all of this ice that melts is not actually going to flow unless it gets updated. But it's probably not going to turn into the surface probably is not going to end up turning into an infinite water source, which is a little bit disappointing, but it really should generate infinite source blocks all the way down, or turn into source blocks all the way down as well. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, doing something a little different than we normally do. And with that, I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!